Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Wow. Welcome to FBL Broadcasting. Quite a lot going on this weekend, I believe, everybody. So, without further ado as well, by the way, FBL, part of the Clearly Corporation, got back that in there. This guy, he drives car 148. He's age 31, but 32 in May. So you might want to get him a little birthday present, maybe, especially as he's come on here today. He is taking ladies, so you can't have that, I'm afraid. You know, I think he's happy. We'll ask him a little bit, well, in a moment, actually. He started at Henham, and then he's, which is actually Stansted now. He drives hot rods. He just started his own autocare business. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Gary Manning. Hello, Gary.
Hello there. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad. We had a little chat earlier, didn't we? So
yeah,
it's quite amazing when we go live. People say, "How you doing?" That little swap, it's all cool. Getting used to the interview technique already. Right, you drive hot rods. I mean, you've been doing it since you're 10 years old. You know, explain a little bit about it all and what got you into it and what you love about it.
Basically, I started in minis, or for junior minis in Henham when I was 10 years old. It was my brother, actually, Trevor Manning, who still raced at Stansted in the front wheel dirt rods, and basically from there, me and my brother been racing on and off ever since.
Have you been in the same category, or you always been different? Like, you know,
we always been in the different categories because obviously I went into hot rods and my brothers went into
front wheel drive,
doing like front wheel dirt rods or bangers or whatever they could get hold of.
Whatever they can get hold of. Hey, a bus. Train even. There we go. What made you choose? Yeah, that would be quite an interesting one. What made you get into hot rods? What's the
I've done hot rods for, like, obviously when I was young age and enjoyed it. It's totally different. It's easy repair. Obviously you don't have to do as much work on hot rods than you do on bangers or anything like that. So,
so if you want to get into banger racing, then actually hot rods is a good place to start. Easy to repair, quite quick.
Normally, it's obviously you got to buy a car quick enough first. But then obviously, apart from that, once it's running well and that, then it's only just repair work after it. Well, it's not very often breaking down, so it should be fine.
Okay, but I'm on there. That seems to just keep on breaking down all the time. Anybody got a water pipe that I can have? Please let me know, or tell me how much it'll cost. At the bottom, it's gone. Thanks to the engine. Sorry, just whack that in there. Why not? You know, all of you lot with Mondeos. I know they feature quite high in banger racing.
So anyway. I do play all the time. But yeah, it was literally since I was 10 years old where Terry Townsend and that let me basically drive a car up the top of a field to actually learn me on a Saturday afternoon. Then a Sunday morning, I went racing. It was amazing.
What was your hang on? Big shout out to Craig Hobbs as well. Hi, Smiler. Hope all is well. It is, matey. So yeah, how did that feel when you first went for your first ever race on a hot rod?
It was actually a junior mini. So hot rods basically. But it was really exciting and really nerve-wracking as well.
I bet.
Even though you're young, you don't have no fear. So nowadays it's like more fear going in, but it's more fun.
As you get older, you mean?
Yeah, the older you get, I need to take more care of it.
Of your actions, isn't it? That's what it is. Yeah. As you get older, you're like, if I do that.
But the thing is, most of us, we don't. You know, we as a hot rod driver, we are only racing hot rods. So half of us don't hit well, it should be all of us don't hit, but some people do, like hitting each other. But all the hot rod drivers are definitely at Stansted are really good people over there. They're really nice race team to be with. So
So I mean, you do have some speed going around there, don't you? There isn't. You can't.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, it's really weird. We're having obviously no front window or anything like that, so it's quite weird having bees or anything hitting you in the head.
Yeah, I suppose you want to wear a proper like face covering, don't you, or mouth
Well,
covering?
yeah, obviously you have a helmet on, but I only have a motocross helmet, so it's even more just goggles and target flies hitting you in the mouth and that, so it's fun.
Is it a bit like out of like the World War II films, where, you know, when you see them, they take off the goggles and they've got mud all over their face and they've got that sort of mask thing around. It's just like,
I don't wear nothing over my mouth. I always only have goggles on, so I get like I got white eyes and all of that, but then mud all over my face, so it's all the best.
So you eat a lot of dirt then? That's what.
Yeah.
Is that why it's called dirt rods?
Yeah.
Hard to throw it in there. Anybody out there got a question, please let us know, or ask Gary. I mean, there's quite a lot going on this weekend. So we obviously got the race this weekend. You're going to be there, I believe.
I'm hoping I can't actually make it this Sunday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my poor old hot rod isn't actually managed to got fixed yet, so I'm out of a race this Sunday.
Oh,
a couple of weeks time I'll be over there and ready to rumble again.
All right. So who's up there? Anybody available this week? Let me know. Let's see who's out there, who's actually watching, who's going to be there on Sunday and what they're driving in. So where do we go? Where do we go with this? So you've done it since you was 10 years old.
Yeah.
So you just like how often do you go? I mean, is it something that you will let everything else in your life just go by the way because you want to go obviously racing?
Obviously, when I was 10 years old, I used to go every meeting going. So every 2 weeks I used to go. But then when I got to about 17, 18, when I started to drive on the road, then there were some times where I go like double headers in 2 different tracks. I would go Saturday, then go racing on a Sunday in a different car.
Wow.
So it's always fun.
Yeah. So how many cars do you have? Just the one then? One hot
rod? I've got two cars at the minute for track. I've got a banger and a hot rod. So I should be ready for going in the front wheel dirt rods this year, as well as a hot rod in at Stansted, so I'll be good. So I'm doing 2 different races in one day.
So how long have you been doing hot rods only for, or
really I've done a bit of both every time since I was about 18. I went into bangers really and that. But
which do you prefer, front wheel drive or hot rods?
I'd say hot rods because it's cheaper. Obviously, it's a lot more like you've got to be a better driver in the hot rods than you are in the banger. Bangers, you just have to pile in each other and make room. But there are good drivers in Stansted in bangers. I mean, there's so many good drivers around nowadays. It's impossible to say who's the better driver out of the lot.
There must be one. There must be one that you see and you go, "Oh, they're driving today."
Not really, because they all good drivers. Obviously, all the hot rod drivers are really like a bit older than me. Most of them are, and they all got race experience. Where obviously I just done it on and off when I was younger and carried on. But most of them, 40 years old plus.
They've got a few years in there, haven't they?
Yeah, most of them have.
Start to see that. See, let's have a look at this. There's a question from Craig, which was, are you having the same car as last time I saw you race? The car was smoking bad.
Craig, it depending which one you was on about, because obviously I had a Peugeot 206, what was a GTI 2-litre engine, and that one is actually gone to scrap because I blew the engine up 3 times in 5 meetings. So that's good going.
That's an interesting thing. You blew the engine up 3 times.
Yeah, I put first time I had an engine in, I actually hit a bump and it ripped the engine down. And that was when I was running 3rd place with 1 lap to go. And you can actually see it on the video, the actually engine dropping down.
Oh, okay. What, on one of the races that I
Yeah,
like?
one of her races. I'm sure it was you in there. I think it was, and you can actually see the engine actually drop straight down, and that basically made the engine smoke like a trooper.
So why didn't you say that when I said any particular race? Why didn't you say that one? I could have dug that out.
There's loads of different, because obviously in the Peugeot I had a smoky car. Well, a lot of race drivers actually know me as a smoking car because I always have cars that always smoke. Never
Why
had a
that?
car because they always. What I do is I normally kill them by either having an old engine what not really much good and just leave them in
Right.
and let them blow up, or just say I will repair that one. I won't kill it off this week. I'll race it next week, and I don't. I'll just make them worthwhile.
So
most of my engines never last me very long.
No, how many races? Because this is, I mean, you're getting into the Formula One world now, isn't it? How long do they? Because they got told off for how long their engines last. You know, so now we're talking about, you know, a couple of races.
It's only the Peugeot what really killed my engines off. It's like literally I had 3 engines. I put 2 into the ground where the sump hit the ground and basically blew all the oil out. And I had one where the engine mount went straight through the side of the engine block. So it's all fun.
Oh,
you get days. Okay. Well, you get days where you get bad luck. You get days where you have good luck and race through a whole years, like a whole meeting with it.
Again, I can only agree with that because, like with the live streaming, there is a couple of races. I am going to put them live at some point where the cameras went down, or they were just having a bit of a mare or whatever. Sorted out a couple of things on them, but we didn't get much of the camera work. So again, you got heat 1, 2, and 3, and obviously final. I think it was on heat 3 on a couple of the races while I fixed whatever the issue or just reset the system. And it's like you didn't get much, like one of the 2 of the cameras on, and it's just like why does it do that? You know, some things that we have, just like cables that you can have a cable that'll last you. Like I've been doing this 3 years, and then a cable you get brand new only lasts you plug it in, it works for 10 minutes, or it's like, really?
That's what you get in it. It's what you get.
Here's a quick. Hang on, we've got a couple. Actually, before I start asking any more questions, let's let the punters, as they say, ask questions as well. We've got Ashley Sperling saying, "I'm racing in front wheel drives and got a junior banger going. Our first time in team colours. Well done, Ashley. Excellent. So obviously, Ashley, you're down. Oh, and you're a subscriber. You joined us on our subscription channel. Thank you very much for joining us and contributing to FBL. Oh, that's what that little symbol is. I didn't even know that was there. It's interesting. Now I know. I've learned something new today.
That Ashley Sperling is actually one of my. We actually was going into team together. We just started to come into the team this year, so first year with that team. So
it's your teammate then, or your
will be
business partner, so to speak. Which we'll talk about your business in a moment as well. Actually, you've got an autocare business you just started up, haven't you?
Yeah.
Craig Hobbs as per. I'm there Sunday, but not racing till the next meeting. Well, how are you getting in there, Mr. Craig?
He mostly got a mate who racing.
Yeah, he's helping out, isn't he? That's what that is.
Yeah, best way to be.
That's what that's what we talked about a little bit before. That's what I love is the way you all help each other out.
Like a team. It's like a big family, to be fair, at racing this.
If you don't get that from the first day you turn up at the track, then seriously you need to go and check yourself out, because that's why I've chatted to Terry, met Terry, and went down there and whatever. And as I was saying earlier about being an independent track and monies and stuff like that, it's lovely. It's you feel welcome. It's a good laugh, and I mean it's not converted. I've found something new that is really good fun. So there you go. But
in a banger track yourself then.
Sorry.
So you can get you in a banger as well then.
I'm not scared to get in a banger. It's just the cost, really. Do you really want to knock out the guy who actually live streams all this, everybody? But yeah, there you go.
There's only what you can buy a cheap car. There's so many cheap cars. You just buy a scrap car and obviously get a decent roll cage. You'll be well away then.
Would you rather I spend time putting a car together and spending my money, or spending my money on more kit that allows me to film you all better?
That is true.
Oh, there we go. You see?
Yeah, I'm not
scared. If somebody gives me a car or lends me a car and the overalls and the helmet and whatever, I'll do it. I'm not scared. Even though you're probably all I'd tell you how many would actually go for me on that track would be quite amazing. Just I know it is.
I'd say everyone would just target you just because you're a new person.
Yeah, not because it's me. Then no,
most probably.
Yeah. Whereas it'd be like, is there any little sticker? Is there anything on my car that people will notice me? No, and then obviously I'll get in and then one of you whacks a big massive sticker. Here he is, and this one here. Yeah. Why is everybody hitting me? I don't understand.
That is like years ago when my brother was racing 1300 stocks years ago. So they was aiming to get him all the time, and he changed colour, and they still managed to hit him all the time. So put him on a stroke every time.
See, that's the thing. You see, no matter what you do, people know. They'll find out. They'll catch. They will. Let me whack this out. What we've got here? We've got. I'll put the dates up first as well across the bottom so that we know. What else have people put? Now, I've got a bit of a dilemma. Maybe you can help me with this, Gary, while I quickly click the right thing. Craig did put. It was a Mondeo I saw. I think. What was that to do with?
Oh yeah, that's my new hot rod. What I brought off my teammate.
Okay.
What is Mr. Brooks, as I call him, Captain Brooks?
Yeah.
Off Team Bilge. He actually gave me, sold me his Mondeo hot rod.
Yeah.
For my son's funeral meeting. Right. Or I wouldn't have got out and done my boy's meeting for me. So he lent it out that day for me to go around the track and enjoy racing for my son.
Oh, okay.
So
is this your son who passed away or something? You said?
Yeah, my son passed away 2 years ago.
Yeah, didn't know whether or not I was allowed to bring that up, so I was a little bit. So
yeah, no, that's fine.
You know, obviously sorry to hear that. I mean, it's something a parent never.
Yeah.
Being a parent myself of 2 children, so it's a thing. So you drove for your son, did you?
Yeah, Terry. Obviously done a mineral meeting for my son, so it was a really good day out, and obviously enjoyed racing. Actually done a whole lot of racing as well.
Oh. So how old was he?
He would be 15 now if he was alive. Obviously 13 when he died. So
yeah, but was he into?
He was actually living over Spain, so it's like harder for him, but he always wanted to watch it live and things like that, so he was happy when he was watching bangers over in Spain.
Oh, so is there a lot of bangers in Spain?
There is a track in Spain somewhere. I've never been to it because obviously I don't go over there just to race. I go over there for holidays, not to race cars.
But if you could sneak a race in, you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I've done it already. I actually went to Yarmouth 3 years ago, I think it was, maybe a bit longer. And a mate of mine actually phoned me up to say I've got a car here ready built and it going to Yarmouth. Do I want to jump in and race it? And I was like, I'm in Yarmouth already, but I'm on holiday with my family, you know?
Yeah.
So I actually said, yeah, bring it down and I'll actually meet you at the track. So I actually went racing instead of holiday for one day.
That's a holiday, isn't it? You're just doing something that you like doing and you're on holiday. It's like a holiday in banger holiday. A banger holiday? That sounds a bit wrong, really, saying it like that.
And that was the day when I've actually first time I actually rolled a banger on a concrete.
So do you not usually do concrete then? Is it mostly?
No, it's all concrete. I don't normally do concrete very often. That's the first time I took it out and rolled myself on a track without no one touching me.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
So you're first time on concrete, but you've rolled previously on mud. Then is that? or is that right?
I have rolled over, but not very often because
No.
I'm always either on trying to keep myself on the four wheels or I'm too slow sometimes.
You're too slow. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll look at a race shortly. But I mean, when you go over, what's your initial thought when you went over then?
It's actually more fun. I like it. I like being on the roof, you know. It actually was quite weird because you can't move because you're harnessed up quite well.
Yeah.
And you don't move, so it don't matter if you do roll over, you ain't gonna fall out of the car and go missing. So it's fine.
Well, yeah, there's people there to see where you're going.
Yeah,
well,
it's quite weird though because you just see
roll
all
over.
the best one is when you actually roll over nose first, so you actually see the ground, then the sky, then there's ground again.
Oh right,
yeah,
flip over sort of scenario.
Yeah.
Oh, I always think that. I mean, I can't wait to actually put some cameras in the cars. You know, that's my next step. You know, I'm going to try and do 4 cameras this weekend, so we got every bend. But it does push the system a bit. I mean, on the way that I have it all set up. So I was working on it earlier, but kind of like at the point of right, that's the outside done. Now
it's inside the car.
Now it's the inside, yeah. So, but it does take a lot in the software. It does cost more to do that sort of thing. But that is something I'd like to do, and I'd like to know which drivers would love to have a camera in their.
There
vehicle.
are actually drivers out there who have got cameras for themselves in the car.
Yeah, we had that with Sai. He done his own footage and cut that, and we put it into the show for him.
Sai does. I know that he does really good camera in as well. And I reckon the best one, or maybe the best one, would be good for camera. Would be Matt Butcher.
Okay.
Front wheel drive dirt rod.
So we will be looking at you or asking about you. Let me write his name down, Matt Butcher.
Young right. Yeah, young lad. Everyone knows him from there.
Oh, okay. All right. But the only point it is, you see, what we've got to do is transmit that to obviously the camper van, so that it's obviously they're going around the track, and it's like, how do we get that signal
carrying on all the time?
Yeah, and that's the expensive. That's why the kit's quite expensive with the way we do it. But if you don't mind, I'll quickly interrupt this interview to say we will be live streaming this weekend. Tell me what your thoughts. Now, it won't be free. It will be. I mean, there's a thing called pay-per-view, but it's not pay-per-view. You pay for a subscription. So as as shown earlier, actually, with Ashley, he's actually paid to watch. It was the Friends of FBL. I believe that's right, Ashley. That's what I think you're on. But we have a live streaming cost. We put it down as $8.99 at the moment, people. So tell me, is that way too much? Is that like a no way in hell? But
I don't think it's way too much, because obviously my dad paid for it as well, and it's at the end of the day, you watch it. If you're there to watch racing, you'd be there and supporting obviously yourself and the track still.
Yeah.
Definitely in COVID.
Excuse me. That's the problem I've got. You see, is I think too much. And I think, $8.99 is quite, and that's a monthly fee when it comes to a subscription. So unless you cancel it the next month, it reoccurs. So, I'm not hiding anything, and that's why I'm kind of trying to explain it on here for this moment. We lose basically 50% in fees and stuff to YouTube. So even though it's $8.99, we're actually probably only getting a fiver, £4.50, £5. So it's a bit like, but it is for the whole month, as in for 30, 31 days or whatever of your subscription. So if there's, 2 races in that basically month period, you're not actually paying for the next one. You actually get to watch that anyway. So, so yeah, just thought I'd explain it out there to people. But you don't think $8.99 is too much then?
No way.
Let us know in the comments, people, please. Please let us know. Do you think that's too much? I mean, again, just trying to run a business, trying to get things done. But I want you to feel that you don't think it's too much money. So that'd be quite nice if you could let us know in the comments. What do you reckon the majority of people are put?
Well, you got some people who wouldn't want to pay it, but then you got some people who are really into the sport would pay it to watch it, or obviously get their self down when they can. to start racing again. So
yeah, okay. There is something I'll add as well to that, if you don't mind, quickly, which is if you pay for that live streaming, so everything, so you can watch it later.
Yeah,
you can, and also in our Friends of FBL, for instance, which is only like $1.99, you get to see the videos. Once I make them, they go in a storage area, which is the Friends of FBL, and then I make them live or free to the internet later. I mean, I only do it like minimum every other day, depending on what's going on in the world. So you actually get to see all those as well. So once I do the videos, you can actually go in them. So when you're looking at videos on YouTube and you click, it'll be like, oh, I get to see that, and I get to see that. So it's not just for the live stream; it's actually for all the stuff underneath that we do. So you can watch it later. So it's a good point to put. Sorry, you carry on what you were going to say.
Basically, it's obviously, when you think about it, $8.99. What can you buy nowadays? What is $8.99 and getting the full view of the track still?
Yeah, try my best to give that as well. By the way, everyone, I try to give the best view I can. So.
Well, you have done. I have actually, because my dad watched it quite often. Because he can't get out about because of illnesses, so he always watched me live through you anyway. So
did your dad phone you up and say anything when he was watching you? Oh, just watch. It's all good, man. It's all good.
It's normally my mum going, "Oh, you done well that race," and I'm like, "Yeah, okay, whatever," and just get on for the next race.
Oh, well, do they text you? I've never thought of this. So do they text you then? So after
Mum normally rings me. Mum phones me up to say well done. In between heats, or if I can be bothered, I ring her up. But no, I normally get on with the car and repair the car, or enjoy a bit of sunshine.
You're just trying to get on, aren't you? Okay.
Yeah, enjoy a bit of sunshine and into the texting or calling everyone that you know.
Yeah, I've never really thought of that. Yeah, because especially I know it was free last year. The last 3 races. I did that to try the donation bit. One of the weeks it was £7.50. I think I got in donation. So thank you for those donations, everybody, as well. Muchly appreciated. But it's about working the cost of covering the whole event so that we don't put it on Stansted. But I never thought of that. After you finish your heat, people text in, phone in, and you like, I just want to fix the car. Leave me alone. Yeah. Just go away.
That's what it's like. You want to get on with your car, and the phone's in your back pocket or something like that, or in the overall pocket.
Yeah.
And it goes off more times than ever. So it's like, oh, I'm going to put it in the van next and leave it in the van.
Do you feel like a celebrity then? It's like they've just watched you driving around, and then they're people are messaging
you. It's like being on Big Brother, really. You've got someone watching you.
All right, so I'll start making tasks for you then, shall I?
Yeah, make decent tasks. I'll be all right.
Tonight on Stansted Raceway, we have. Just imagine that. We have. Craig just put. I think it's fair. It's basically 2 race meetings per month. Again, it's whenever the races are, and obviously if we can make it there, which technically I told Terry the other day, yesterday or whatever, I put it in my diary, and it's, I've actually had to get a whole load of more kit to actually be able to do this, so that I have a kit that can go to somewhere else. So it's, there's a lot of outlay gone for this, and hence why, the way I'm kind of letting people know. So it's not just like, oh, we're just turning up. It's like I actually had to, something was already pre-booked. So it's like, right, they can go off and do that private job and I can do this. But that fell through. So believe it or not. Yeah. So I just bought all this kit and I just done all the stuff so that we could do the other thing. And it was like, okay, due to COVID, right? If I hear that one more time.
Yeah, due to COVID, this has gone wrong.
Yeah. So yeah,
it normally happens, doesn't it?
It is. I mean, I think I told you we were talking about a little bit earlier about the registry office I was referring to, and we're not even allowed a tripod in there. It's like, okay, but there we go.
Because COVID.
Yeah. It's I understand about COVID. I understand about passing it on. I've been doing lots of speaking to MP Greg Smith, Ellesby Town Mayor. I've been following it, trying to give my point about it, and whatever's going on with it. And then I get something. We're not even allowed a tripod in a room. I'm like, okay, right, okay. But when you go shopping, when you buy that can of beans, but you go, oh, I don't want that can of beans. I want that one. Does a shop assistant come up, take that can of beans,
and clean it?
Don't take it out of the bag. No. But there we go. It's just people and the way it is.
It's different things, isn't it? What they do.
Yeah.
Different way they work out in it, so doesn't work out when you're allowed to play football nowadays. Why are you allowed to play football but you ain't allowed to do racing? But then you're near enough bear hugging each other in football.
Yeah, but in the car you're actually you're all locked in, aren't you? And you've got your
yourself on your own, out the way. No one's around you. Obviously, until you're injured or something like that, where you've got a paramedic with you, but not very often that is happening.
It's a very good point. I do point out, I do think there's a fear thing here with the virus. I mean, we're talking about Stansted Racing, we're talking about COVID now. There is the thing about kids all at school and they all intermingle and all that lot, but when they come out of school, they can't. It's like, well, hang on. Just how do you explain that to a child that they were playing around with somebody, not that they were supposed to, but they're young and they do whatever, and then that happens, and then you get the Stansted Raceway scenario where it can't happen because for whatever reason. You're like, I just don't get it. I really don't. But that's for another show, everybody. That's for another show. We could kick things off that way. Here we go. Craig Cobb says, anyway, that's racer's dedication. Definitely. Sorry, we've got, what was it? How can I get the subscription as my mum wants to watch it live? Okay. Gary, we might be hijacking your show. Here we go. We'll quickly explain. Have you ever subscribed to the channel yet?
I haven't, but my dad have, and obviously I will be later obviously this weekend to watch it. If I can't get down there on Sunday, I don't know yet.
Oh, okay. So, but you can still do it even if you're there. If you go to the subscription part, there's a point where there's a free subscription, which is the public one, which doesn't cost you a penny, of course, and then we roll stuff out. But if you want to watch the live stream, you have to go to. I was going to see if I could bring it up. Actually, you have to choose. Well, I think it's Live Stream Guru, as I've called it, and it's $8.99. So you can do that now. You can actually, if I was you, this is honesty for you. Listen to this. I would do it Saturday, Sunday. You can do it as we go live. That's why. So last year we did Facebook private group. This is so much easier. This is like, this is why I could put it on a website, which is a bit cheaper and means I'm not paying so much to YouTube. But I think YouTube gives you a lot on its platform. So that's why, again, we lose a lot in commission, but you can watch it on your TV. You can watch it on your hands, your smartphone. So, yeah, you just have to go into YouTube, log in, subscribe, and choose if you want to pay for it, so to speak. Or if not, if you've got a problem, let me know, and I'm sure I can send a link to it or work it out. I've never thought of that, actually, explaining that to people. Maybe I should do a video for that. Right, back to you, Gary. Just quickly, Craig put, I think it's fair. It's basically 2 races. What did I just say that? I don't know. 2 races per month, which is right. Which actually, you're just lucky because it's not pay-per-view, really. It's the subscription. Yes, and you might get 2.
It is normally 2 per month.
It normally is, yeah. Unless it gets rained off or something. But,
I'm saying it shouldn't be that bad this time if Terry done much work Terry done. Because he put all the new drainage in, so hopefully the weathers won't beat us this year.
Hopefully, yeah. I did speak to Terry about that. Yeah, that's
he did do a really good job over there. Obviously, I was keeping an eye on him, seeing what he's doing and making a mess everywhere, but he did a proper job with it. So hopefully it's going to be a nice track.
I'm looking forward to Sunday. I'm always looking forward to it. The Stansted. I go there on my own and live stream and everything. I love going there, and this going back Sunday is going to be like, ooh, what's it? what's it going to be like? How is it going to be? And because they've done something with the ground, haven't they? So how's it settled as well? That's going to be interesting. So from a hot rod driver, so to speak, it's bumpy, isn't it, out there?
It was. It was very smooth when I first came back to the track.
Mm.
Well, it was only a couple of years ago, I think it was. It was really smooth, but then it just started to get bumpier. And obviously that's when it damaged all the cars and that. But apart from that, it's all fine. Now, well, touch wood. And hopefully Terry done a good job and it's going to be a smooth track and very quick track again.
Yeah, I think I trust Terry. I'm sure, just like his electrics, I'm sure it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah,
right.
As long as he ain't been on his drinks and holiday, he'd be all right.
He's always on holiday. What are you talking about?
That's what we do. That's his days off, isn't it? Holiday.
So, how's he on holiday again? God, blimey. What's your most favourite race ever?
I got loads. I got so many. It's literally every race is my favourite race because it's all, it's all enjoyments and all of that, really.
Mm.
The best one is actually smoking everyone up behind me in the Peugeot when I actually had a blown up engine.
Yeah.
And I actually smoked Well, it wasn't that bad. I thought it wasn't that bad until I looked around when I hit the bottom corner and I couldn't see no one behind me, nor up the straight because it was just covered in smoke.
I got to admit,
so I still carried on to wind people up with it, but
does anybody come out and have a go at you for it?
No, I had loads of people saying, "God, what have you done to that gun again? You killed it again." And I'm like, "Nah, it'll be all right." And I still tried to race it with it.
You got picture me right. I'm in the camp, Frank in the camper van. I'm there, and I'm like, I'm looking. I'm going. That's a lot of smoke. That's a lot. It's a lot of smoke. And then, because the start finish is right next to where Frankie is, it's like I can see the smoke. Just I'm like, ooh, that's gonna be fun.
No, it's always the same. It's like with my Mondeo as well. Literally, I brought the Mondeo off of obviously my old captain, same captain, and that started to smoke a little bit before I had it. Then obviously I blew the engine on that the last meeting of the year. So fun days.
So you just basically like killing the engines then, don't you?
I don't know why. I could be
too heavy in the accelerator. That's what it is. Not enough oil in the engine.
Yeah, it could be that. Could be not enough oil. I don't check oil very often now because it just annoys me where I drink so much. Most of my old cars had smoking problems because it was burning oil, so I just leave them to burn oil.
Until what? Until they go kaput?
Yeah, apart from my Mondeo, I did actually look after it, but it just gave up after so many years of abuse. So
what racing around sort of?
Yeah,
straight on the accelerator.
Exactly. Obviously, the last one who had it before me, it was a really quick car and he loved it. But when I got into it, I made it smoke, so it was good.
Here's the thing. So on the start finish, on the start. So obviously when they say go, do you just put your foot down, or do you kind of like, half go down? Is there a sort of strategy, or is it just
I normally just put my foot down and let it wheel spin away, or just try and get to the.
If you're going to let it wheel spin, then you're going to lose traction.
So normally you don't literally. If you actually put it in second gear quicker, like normally straight away, you're going to get out the wheel spinning that quick anyway.
Okay.
So,
but you have less acceleration.
You do in a way, but it won't matter because at the straight, as long as you're at the bottom of that corner before anyone else, you're in front anyway, ain't you? So
doesn't matter, does it? Yeah, that's not. I know what you mean. I'm there first. I'm there. I've done it. Right. Okay. Should we have a look?
I'm normally on the outside and try to cut people up. So I normally try to start on the outside lane and go through the inside on the corner. So
just see, I obviously watched a lot of races. So I'm trying to think. Okay, is that something I really notice? And I think, because I see you cut into the inside quite a bit. But yeah.
And I'm a common person, definitely in the Mondeo, catching tires on a bottom corner. definitely a big one. It hurts.
What do you mean it hurts?
Hit a tractor tire when
Oh,
going around the corner. It's quite a nasty one, that is.
Those tractor tires are naughty. That's all I'm going to say. They are naughty.
They come out from nowhere. It's like every other one is like out the way. Apart from that one, it jumps out at you. But
I can see a car going round, right? Goes like this, right? And then all of a sudden it goes, and I'm like,
yeah,
that little tire really done it.
Yeah.
And it just munches it up, and then the car goes in the back or swerves out the way and knocks another car. That's what I love about it.
Yeah.
It's absolutely great.
Always the best way, isn't it? So
I've actually there's some video, maybe I should put some little hashtags on there or something. You can actually see it kind of like just creeping out a bit. It's like somebody might give it a little tap, and it kind of uses that momentum to just push itself out a little bit more so it catches the person behind it. Or it's you drivers doing it, intentionally. I give that little tap there, that'll just spin it a little bit. I know how crafty you all are, so don't act all innocent.
Well, we ain't crafty, we're just clever drivers.
That's a good point. Yes, not crafty. Clever. Yes. It does scare me, though, seeing all that. Imagine what you like on the main roads.
You don't want to know what our main road driver don't like. Foot to the floor, no matter what.
Hang on, we're just quickly to Craig. I'm looking forward to Sunday. Hear the roar of the engines and let battle commence. There you go. I am sure that everybody's thinking that, definitely. And
definitely.
Si's put something on. Si Avis. Looking forward to chasing you around Sunday. Oh, he's not going to be there. Oh, he's probably talking to Craig, isn't he? There we go. How about we put a little race on? Let's have a look at your racing. How you do it. Heat 2, 27th of September. Hot rods, obviously. Stansted Raceway. Let me get used to it.
Yeah, that was me on the Monday. The smoking one.
This one here, yeah. This is you here, isn't it?
Yeah, the smoky one, yeah.
I don't know if everybody can see. I don't know if people can see my mouse, if it's on the screen. Can you see my mouse on the screen?
I can't know.
No, okay. I'm circling it. I'm just thinking, actually, I'll just look, obviously, on my monitor a bit there to see if you can actually see me circling it, but you can't. That's a bit of a shame. So, yeah, so there's you, which you appear on the thumbnail. Because the way, actually, let me explain something because it's quite interesting. Sometimes I will do the thumbnail, which everybody gets to see in the world. When a car will particularly stand out, there'll be something that happens or looks really good, and I'm like, oh, that makes a good thumbnail. Now I have loads of pictures. This is something I should say about putting out. I can actually put them out there. I do like still shots of the race, and if people want them, I can just put them on, when I release the video, to be honest, so people can have them. Because I sit, as well as creating the video, I then sit there and I go, right, what will help with the thumbnail? And I watch the race again, and I'll take a picture of that. I'll take a picture of that. I'll have a picture of that. So actually, I could have like 40 different shots, and then I think, right, which one stands out? So when you make it to the thumbnail, people, there's a lot of work gone into it. You've definitely done something to be on there. There we go. So it looks very. Do you remember this race very well?
Yeah, that was when it was wet. That was when it was like, I thought it was going to be cancelled, that meeting, but it wasn't. What was good?
Was that the windy day as well?
I think it was really windy and wet, and many drivers would start going and slide. Well, a lot of hot rods was covered in mud by the first race, so yeah, it was a very good day.
I tell you why, because my camera equipment was just like, the tripods I use aren't exactly really heavy. They're quite light, actually, depending on which ones I'm using. But for that, I've never had this problem before. The wind was, and it was cold. It was just cutting through. And you got to think, I've got a tripod, camera, big, massive transmitter thing on the top, to transmit. Yeah. And the wind's going, oh, man, that's just like a sail. And it just hits it and just taking it over. Tim Shear was helping us on that day as well. And we were both like, can't believe I was showing him the setup, how, explain how to change a battery on the camera. And, it was trying to fall over then. It was like, really? So, yeah, I remember the day now. That I didn't even think about that day.
That was actually a race meeting when I actually blew the Mondeo up on the last race.
Oh.
And so that is when I parked at the bottom corner and thought it was going to be normal and made a hole in the engine. So, yeah, that's a very good day for me.
So really, I should have put Heat 3 up or the final. Actually, did it make it to the final?
I can't remember if it was Heat 3 I done it on or a final. I can't remember. I think it was actually a final. But that was the best race, so the Heat 2.
Okay.
Heat 1 and Heat 2 was the best ones.
Okay. So let's have a look. So, as you can see, there was lots of cars making it into Ben 2 there, which Ben 2 camera I do love. It really does catch you really quite. And if you look right, if you really look up to the screen, you can actually see you all the way that you know what I mean, like you're fixed on the drive.
There's smoke everywhere, like normal.
There's been a couple of people who look at the camera, they don't even, you know what I mean, they're just like in frustration, but I'm like, yeah, that's a great shot. Right, let's have a look. Let's press play. Oh, is it going to work? It's not going to work. There we go.
Very good drivers there as well.
Okay, so odds are out. So it looks like Darren Sutton's away. 2 is the leader, followed by 21.
Look at the pollution you do, sir.
No, I do, don't I? I'll be getting told off soon. I'll be getting done for CO2 and all of that, ain't I?
Yeah, be careful. The climate might, the climate advisory board might be on you. Yeah. Can I speak to Gary, man? We've got video proof. Yeah, you can imagine. Yeah, keeps them busy, makes them worth their money.
I'd say buy me an electric car and I'll take it out around instead.
Well, that's going to be the thing soon, isn't it? Electric cars.
Nah, like I wouldn't ever race an electric car.
Why not?
Too heavy. Too heavy and not enough fun. I like the smell of petrol. I don't like the smell of electric.
Gary, I've got a very funny feeling you'll still have fun in it.
Well, only to smash them up, yeah.
There you go.
I'll go into the bangers then.
I'll tell you a little funny story after this, actually, if you remind me and I don't forget.
Jackson 148 with Gary Manning.
Ah, you get a mention from Jamie as well.
Yeah, that ain't normally Jamie called me slightly dangerous. Manning.
Oh, really?
So he ain't he let me down this time on that day. But he'd have normally called me slightly dangerous, and my other brother called him Dangerous Manning.
Ah, right, okay. See, now I'm going to pick up on a lot more of this as you go through the season. So as you can see there, look at all the water. So, if it's shiny, it's slidey. I remember that from the rally day. You got through there all right, actually, didn't you? Second lap. What do you think?
272, Darren Sutton's with first place. Rear-wheel drive dirt rod, you on it.
Nice little push it out there as you go around the bend.
Yeah, I try to push people around. I'm the biggest car there now. Well, nearly the biggest car there, so I need to start trying to push them around.
Move them out the way, do what I can. Right, okay.
Well, I'm a hot rod driver. I don't hit cars, so I'm all right.
Yeah.
Try not to. If they get in my way, they will.
So what's the rules? You're not allowed to...
Not allowed to hit at all, but I get hit up the bum and that every time when I race, so it ain't uncommon to get a little...
It's something you're not supposed to do, but it does happen.
Yeah, quite often, but it's good racing. You enjoy it.
Do you have your speedo on in the car or not?
No, not in that. I did in my Peugeot, but not in that one.
What? How fast are you actually going around this track? Would you say?
I wouldn't know. Roughly about 40 to 60 mile an hour, I reckon, top end.
That's depending quite fast, isn't it? Really?
It depending on the track conditions, because obviously when it's wet, you ain't going to go as fast as when it's dry.
Mm.
But yeah, it's always fun.
Always fun. It does look like great fun.
Get yourself that.
Yellow car.
148.
Who's that?
Gary Manning.
That yellow one, that is one of the very fast drivers. I can't keep up with him to save my life.
He is. He whippets around. I've noticed quite a few of them in the video. Great
272, followed by 21. 310, 148.
Brett on our case. There you go. That's what we're going to have. So this was causing fun, Ben. Too. You all kind of
Yeah, this was fun. That is where I was pushing 272 all the time on the outside, trying to get him away from me.
Yeah, I see him nudging there.
I just kept pushing away as well. It's my fault for pushing him further to the
272.
back.
Still you later.
So let me quickly stop this. Let me explain there, right? So you've watched the camera. We've done what, 4 laps, right? 3 laps, right? That camera's decided. So it's not. We go. It's like, where's camera 3 gone? It's just really. Yeah. I don't know why. It's just like, and that can be a lot of things just getting in the way. It's just really weird. It's like, how can that be? So just to point it out to people, even if we don't swap to a camera, it's not that we're sat there picking our nose. We're actually stood there going, why has camera 3 disappeared? What's going on? So probably find some, Greta there taking it apart.
Real drive backwards, you are out next. Oh, Joe Allen, what's he doing? He's right with that wheel.
So 372 got parking now, right? And
he comes
21, 277.
Cameras go down. We just missed the action. What happened?
Yeah, I went out wide. I nearly caught I think someone actually swung in front of me, nearly spun in front of me, and I went on a field at the same time with him.
Oh, okay.
So it was a bit of contact, loving hitting each other, so it was all right.
Bit of argy-bargy going on, yeah?
Yeah, it was all right. Didn't hurt, so it was fine.
As long as it doesn't hurt. We got here. Side just put smile. If you keep pushing the race, it will take longer to finish than when the Terry races. What? If you keep pausing the race, sorry, yeah. If you keep pausing. If you keep pausing the race, it will take longer to finish than when Terry races, right?
10. Terry Bell's coming up in 277, but it's wet out.
I apologise.
Yeah, that's Tom Bell, one of the girls.
What's that? What was that?
I think 272. I think it was either Tom Bell. I'm sure that's his name.
Yeah.
Or one of the Bells, and the very, very quick driver. I never seen someone drive like that around that track.
Is that a hat off moment? Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of good drivers there. There's a lot of dirty, as I call it, dirty drivers what hit all the time.
Well, like Si.
Well, Si is just a banger boy. He loves hitting all the time anyway. So.
Okay. I'm going to get in trouble now. I'm going to Craig put ha.
272, 21, 277. That's as they stand at the moment.
272 is getting around. You're coming back though. Coming back. That other car hit the side there. No,
that was Tony.
That was Tony.
Yeah.
Nice bit of driving there. Nice bit of smoke.
I'm trying to be careful.
Is there such thing as being careful in banger racing?
No.
I got to admit, all of you going a bit slow for that bend too. I thought you go a bit faster. Slide it out, go fast. I mean, 272 is painting around, there's no doubt about it.
272,
Now you've got someone in the way.
Yeah, we get this. Brett is protesting.
272.
Safety comes first.
Darren still your leader, followed by 277.
That is when I was trying to push him out wider, but I couldn't.
Yeah, you're coming on the inside there, aren't you? You went out a little bit before it in.
I think I did actually push him over. To be fair, I'm sure I did at the end.
Okay. Here you put your foot down.
So checker flag against up on 272, 277, followed by 21, 148, and 142, then 148. We'll have to make the legs please soon.
Few mentions there. There you go. That's some good driving.
Yeah. Always good. Good days.
I would, yeah. Again, to me, love live streaming it. I get really involved, as in just you can see you all having fun, and you just can't wait, for the flag to go down.
It's always fun. But I have actually changed my colour for the car this year.
Why?
I've gone a different colour.
Why? You
I've
stood
gone
out.
blue. Yeah, I've gone even even more brighter colour. So
Oh, good.
it's
I like
nice.
bright cars. Makes it easy for me to see.
Yeah, you'll find mine. It's easy enough to find.
Okay, cool. Craig put makes a better door than a window. I think obviously he's talking about
That's right.
the Marshall. And of course, thank you to all the Marshalls. They do obviously help out and do a lot. That would make that would be Mr. Black Flag. Of course, it would be.
Yeah, that's the one who is a black flag man, and he expect people can see him on that corner when you ain't actually looking out to the crowd. You're actually looking in up the straight. So I don't know why.
You're looking at your
up the straight. You can't see him right in the corner. So I don't know why bother putting a black flag out there, because you never see it.
Yeah, but you know,
up the straight or something like that, it's easier. But
well, there we go. We'll take it up with Terry and Mr. Black Flag.
Well, there is actually a couple of people who do black flags, so and some of them see it, some don't. So, or some people don't really care if they get black flag, and they carry on racing around.
Oh, that's a question I haven't asked. What happens if you get black flagged? You don't come off? Do you get banned for a few races?
Well, Terry do normally ban people, or give them a good old grilling. So,
does he take him out the back and do him over? You know, you will listen.
I don't know. You have to ask him that one yourself, because I never actually got a black flag from him yet.
Oh, okay. Oh no! See, now you said that, Mr. Black Flag's going to be looking for you. He's going to be exactly. Like, yeah, I'm going to black flag him. He hasn't been black flagged yet. I didn't know that. Thought I did him back in 3-4 years ago.
Oh no, we've done many different things, many years on black flags. You know, been black flagged many times in different tracks, but never in Stansted.
Do you reckon they're more easier going, or they, you know, they just
because you don't have to race like a, you know, obviously a totally different racing at Stansted than it is somewhere else. So more stricter. Sometimes Stansted could be stricter, but it's quite good. It's a good track.
All right, okay. I've only been to this track, so I can't say about any others at the moment. But you've been to, where's all the tracks as we kind of wind things up? What's all the tracks you've been at? So obviously, Henham, now it's Stansted.
Arena, Essex when that was open, Mildenhall, Kingston, Swaffham. I even been up in different areas like Cambridgeshire ones and all of them.
Great Yarmouth.
Great Yarmouth, yeah, Kingston. Quite a few I've done, to be fair.
About 8-9 tracks you've been to.
Plus, maybe more in time. Obviously, my next one I want to do is going to Netherlands. I want to race up Netherlands for a banger meeting.
Maybe a group of you can do it from Stansted.
Yeah.
There we go.
That'd be weird, because they're harder boys, apparently. So I'd like to see what they got.
What do you mean they're harder boys?
They hit hard, apparently. Or their cars are harder built. So I want to give them a challenge.
So the British contingency is going to go out there and show them how it's done. Yeah, okay, I like that. Oh, maybe we could do a live stream of that one. That'd be pretty cool to drive out that far. I don't know, Frank.
Yeah, but Field of Essex. That's what it should be. Essex versus Netherlands. That would be quite good.
It would be pretty cool. It'd be cool to video that as a, you know, as we're going out, do little updates.
Yeah.
As we're all going out there, like, hey, we're all getting out there, blah, 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 yeah. And then we get there, right, we're here on Saturday, and blah, blah, blah. Again, at some point, obviously, start building my team at FBL. There will be a lot more we will do with you guys about interviewing and stuff like that. But things like that would be wicked to do. Even to just say, yeah, let's do it. And, you know, we can live stream out there as well. You know, we get that okay with the Raceway or whatever is out there, and just be able to do that. Brilliant. Absolutely. But
it'll be good.
I think it'll be good. I think I got a very funny feeling there'll be a few of you who would go over and do that.
Yeah, just to money in it side of things. A lot of people worry about a bit of money and cost of getting a transport up there and all of that in it. So I wouldn't mind do it.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, I don't driving in the camper van. I love it. I
wouldn't be in a camper. I wouldn't go up there in a camper.
I would. Oh well, I need it because it's my mobile studio. So
yeah.
What do you think? Here's a question. When I first turned up, and obviously you knew it was being live streamed, then did you ask who, what, where? And then they must have said, "Oh, in the camper van is the person live streamed." Did you think, "Oh my god"?
I thought it was a great idea. I always said it would be better if it was live streamed, and definitely through COVID, because a lot of people wanted to go, but they couldn't go because it was behind closed doors. So
yeah, but what did you think when you saw the camper van, and that's where I was live streaming it from? It wasn't like a big, massive, articulated lorry with, FBL logo.
I thought, where is it actually coming from?
I wonder how many people saw me in that camper going, what the hell was that guy doing with that camper van? Seriously?
It was weird when you've had a drone going around.
That was an hour drone, but we allowed them to tap into our feed. We took
when there was a drone there, it actually weird because when I was working, all you hear is it buzzing around, and you was like, "Where is that actually? What is it?" And you're looking around like a silly person. It's quite good.
I tell you what, that drone, I love that, and that's something we're going to push at FBL. I'm going to make sure of that.
Yeah.
Where I own the company, so yeah. So, but the drone footage was definitely next step. But that again,
the only thing with the drones, though, they are obviously where they are. It's up in the sky, but if it's like a sunny day and dusty, it ain't worth having it because you can't see nothing from above then.
Yeah, but you can bring it in low. You can do like when you're at the start. Again, if you've not done this, people, do go back and have a look. Do go back and look.
Yeah, I've seen it right where you got it between the two cars.
It was Essex Drones, I believe. They because they were obviously we were all talking like we're doing all the stuff, and they're like, I'm like, hey man, do this or do that, and they're like, hey, we got this shot, you're gonna get it. I'm like, oh yeah, swap it over and do stuff. It was like just putting it in the feed was just brilliant, and seeing you drivers just sat there just ready. You can see, oh come on, I want to go, and it's just just next level. But that's what we will do. I know I want to push that sort of thing as well. So you're more involved with the drivers as well, and that's why I do this. Because to get to know you drivers, and at some point I want to get you all together, all of us on this interview. I want to find out how you all got on with each other and who was called, like obviously you and Si. Actually, Si, we can bring you straight on. Actually, you're already aware how to use a back end system, but it's one of those things, isn't it? Getting you all talking about how that race went.
Yeah.
So yeah, very interesting. Is there anything you'd like to ask or add to this interview before we go?
No, basically, I just want to say good work to obviously Terry and all the track people who work on the track. They've done an amazing job. Hopefully it's many years to come.
I think that's his major aim, isn't it, to make it like that?
I hope so. Hopefully it will carry on. I'll be retiring the time I hit 50. I hope.
Yeah, but hang on, you're 32. Well, you're 32 in May. Hey.
Yeah, it's only 18 years. Well, yeah, 18 years. So I might retire before then.
Might retire. Okay, everybody. Listen, subscribe to the channel. Again, we've got a live stream on Sunday. You click on the live stream guru. It's £8.99. Seems like everybody's kind of comfortable with it being that priced. So if you're watching this in the replay or later on, obviously, do put in the comments. I do check the comments. I am going to go back on Facebook and look at what people have wrote. Some people was asking. That's why I brought it up just now. Was, is it going to be, do you have to pay for it? But again, it's on YouTube. It makes it a lot easier for people as well to do. Yeah. So do subscribe. Do let us know the comments. I'm sure Tony Cook just wrote, I think he's asking somebody else. But you coming to the next meet, Gaz? Don't get me confused with Terry Bell, by the way. I think you said you were going to go.
I didn't call him Terry Bell. he drives. Got Tony is actually the one who drives the KA, little KA.
Is that really a safe car to be driving there?
I wouldn't trust it.
I got to admit, I've looked at that car. I'm going.
But it's a 2-litre, so it's good. It's a quick car. He really does a good job in it. But then he's a short guy, so it's all right when you're short. You can get away with it. I'm
a short guy, so I can get away with it then. Excellent.
Yeah.
Is there any car you would? Is that a car? Is there any particular car you would drive around that track? So the car is one, or you would drive anything?
I'd drive anything.
Right,
I'd drive a Robin 9 if I had one over there.
That would be wicked to see.
But I'd do literally anything. I'd do absolutely any car what I could get my hands on.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I get that from you. Si was like that the other week. Yeah,
Size in that case, he's one of these races. Don't worry what car it is, as long as it goes backwards and forward.
Well, mainly forward, isn't it?
Well, for him, it's sideways or reversing back out someone's boot.
Yeah, yeah, he's got that. You can see that in his driving. Definitely, it's pretty mad. But anyway, thank you very much for actually volunteering. You're the first one who actually didn't even have to be asked. You were straight in there. You beat somebody. I was like, yeah. I didn't. I had somebody ask me, "Oh, what? You got somebody already?" I was like, "Yeah." They were like, "Wow." I was like, "Yeah, good." So volunteer people. It wasn't that bad, was it?
No, it's always good.
Yeah, easy to connect, me to interview you. Wasn't so bad. There you go.
It was easy.
Here we go. Why don't you try? Who do you reckon should be up next?
I reckon we should get a decent banger boy out. Any decent banger boys out there to come on.
Throw a couple of names into the hat there, or into the ring, as he would say.
There's too many, mate. Too many. Any of them.
Off the top of your head, quick.
Decent young lads.
Decent young
Matt Butcher would be a good one.
Okay, Matt Butcher. That's the second time you've been mentioned in this interview.
Or I'd say one of the Team Bilgage boys. Team Bilge, like either Stuart Brooks, one of them ones. He's an old boy what does a lot, been racing for many years, so it'd be good to see him on here.
All right then. Well, let's make it happen. Give him some pressure. Send him some messages. Say, hey,
yeah, I will do.
All right then. Again, once again, thank you so much. It's really good to get you on here, get you talking, and hopefully we'll see you at the next meet. But we won't see you this weekend. But everybody, see you on Sunday.
I will see you later. Cheers.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.